Hello everyone, now I am here with my next video of prepositional logic. In this I am considering one topic, that is premises and syllogism. You all know about prepositional logic, but few persons were getting knowledge first time. That's why I'm telling what is prepositional logic first. But before prepositional logic, one thing came in mind, what is logic? See, logic is valid reasoning that enables you to draw a conclusion is said to be logic. Every time we have one question in our mind, what is logic? That's why the answer is whatever reasoning we are creating to solve a particular question, that valid reasoning. Why we are using word valid? Because so many students have a different mindset, they have a different way of solving a problem. Maybe we are getting an answer for our problem, or sometimes we are not getting a particular answer. That's why valid reasoning should be there, means valid logic should be there. When it is valid, when we are getting our output, exact output what we want, then our logic is valid. Valid reasoning that enables you to draw a conclusion, whatever output we desire, we are getting the same output. Now, logic that is expressed in sentential form is known as prepositional logic. Sentential form. Now, preposition is classified as declarative sentence which is either true or false. Means answer should always come in either true or false. Whenever we are having few sentences in front of us, there should be answer that either it is true or it is false, nothing else. Any sentence which provide us a conclusion in the terms of true or false is preposition. Examples: are you all right? You will say yes or no, means true or false. You all belong to class 12th. You will say yes or no, means true or false. Syllabus of ISC is toughest among other board. Yes, it is. Or no, it is not. It's on you. Do you like programming? Yes, I like it. No, I don't like it. It's on you. Means either it is true or false. Java develops programmer thinking capacity. Yes, it is. In this way, any sentential form provides you a conclusion in the form of true or false is preposition. Now moving forward with syllogism. While studying logic, many times conclusions are drawn from given two or more logical statements. Logics were there in each and every statement, and we are combining all the statement together to draw a conclusion. Then it is said to be syllogism. This logical process of drawing conclusion from a given logic statements is syllogism. Or we can say the logical process of drawing conclusion from two or more given statements. And the statements were known as premises. We are having so many premises in one syllogism. There are two methods to draw a conclusion, either by using algebraic method or by using truth table. You will have knowledge about all these things when we move further with other slides. Result of syllogism established when logic statements conclude in 1, means answer. When we are having answer as 1, our statements were valid. If we are not getting it, it means it is not valid. In algebraic method, the results come in 1, answer will be 1. After solving it, after simplifying it, answer will be 1. And when we are doing it with the truth table, output should come as tautology, means all ones. When we are getting all ones, means syllogism is valid, otherwise it is not. Now premises. I told you in syllogism is a logical process of drawing conclusion from two or more given statements. Two or more given statements means each and every statement were premises. And now we are going to talk about premises. The proposition used to draw conclusion are called premises. Given statements or propositions need to draw conclusion in syllogism are known as premises. When you are going to see example, then you are able to understand what is premises, what is syllogism. See, from premises, P is premises and P implies Q is also premises. Infer Q means it conclude Q. And this statement is rule of interference, which is present in mathematics, and it is known as modulus ponens. We have to prove it in this way. P, premises number 1, P implies Q is premises number 2, and conclusion is Q. After solving this, if we are getting 1, means it is valid. If we are not getting 1, it is invalid. How we are going to solve it, we will see later on. Just now we are discussing what is premises. And when we are writing a combined line, it is known as syllogism. Now see, in this way we can write from P implies Q and Q implies R, infer P implies R. It is a chain rule. The whole line said to be syllogism, but the smaller part we are having, P implies Q, Q implies R, P implies R, the red color one, that is a small statements present in syllogism is known as premises. We can write this in this form also. P implies Q, first premises, Q implies R, second premises, and P implies R is a conclusion. Now moving further with the truth, see how we are going to solve it with the help of truth table. Question is in front of us. From premises P and P implies Q, infer Q. The same question we are having. We can write it in this way also. See, 3 ways of writing one question. One is this, another one is this, and another one is this. We can write the same thing in 3 manners. All are syllogisms. The parts were premises. How we are going to solve it? By seeing this equation. P and P implies Q implies Q. This dash means implies. And all the premises have and with them. And we are getting an equation like this. We have to solve it with the help of truth table. Now see, we are having a truth table with us. See, 2 variable truth table. Why? Because P and Q is already present. That's why 2 variable truth table. Because we are having P dash in the formula of A implies B is A dash plus B. That's why I'm writing P dash plus Q. Before that I have to find P dash. And now see, I have to find this. That's why I'm writing this. I'm finding it out. After this, whole implies Q means this is A, this is B, and the formula is A dash plus B, means we have to find the dash of whole equation. And then we have to add this it with Q. What we are getting is tautology or not. If we are getting tautology, it means it is proved, otherwise not. In this form, you have to create the expression and then you have to solve it in the form of truth table. Either you can use this manner, or I'm showing you the next manner also, algebraic method. The question is, if P, one way of question is this: if P, comma Q, comma R are the three propositions such that P implies Q and Q implies R, then P implies R. I'm telling you different ways of questions, but the solutions were same. The methods were same. Now see. First of all, you have to write what we are having in our question as given. In maths, what we are doing, we have to write what is given first of all and what we have to prove. All that we have to write first. That's why, see, in solution I'm writing, it is given that P implies Q, Q implies R. To conclude, P implies R. We have to prove that the whole equation I'm writing, so that you can able to understand what we have to exactly prove. And even I'm writing in right hand side the formula of A implies B, so that you have a clear mindset what we are going to do. Now see what I am doing right now. We have to prove this is equals to 1 or not. I'm just converting the equation by putting the formula. See, P implies Q. I'm writing P dash plus Q. Q implies R means Q dash plus R. P implies R is P dash plus R. But in center we are also having implies, means whole implies plus this. We have to put dash because A dash. That's why this part is A and this part is B. That's why I'm writing dash plus this. And we have to prove this by solving, by simplifying it. And it should come up to 1. Otherwise, it is the wrong question for syllogism. See, I'm starting with the solution. The same thing I'm writing. Now I'm putting De Morgan's law. What is De Morgan's law? If you remember, A dot B whole dash is equals to A dash plus B dash. See, A, B whole dash is equals to A dash plus B dash. And I'm writing the same thing here. Now what? What we have to do? We have to open this dash. Again, we have to put De Morgan's law. Means A plus B whole dash. Value is A dash dot B dash. See, I'm writing P dash. Already we are having dash. That's why I'm putting dash one more time. P dash whole dash dot Q dash. Q dash whole dash dot R dash. Same thing again. And then we have to put involution law. What will happen? See, in this way. And now what we have to do? Negation cancelled. See, negation cancelled. We are getting P, Q dash, Q, R dash. Next, now what we have to do? We have to check how we are going to simplify it by picking these two terms and these two terms. And we have to create a distributive law here. Now see, this thing 2, distributive law. You remember or not, I don't know. A plus BC We can write it A plus B, A plus C. See, the same way I'm writing. Why I'm distributing it? And when it is required, just remember, when we are having one term here in normal way and one term here in negation way, then it will be cancelled if we are using De Morgan's law. If we are using distributive law, distributive law, R dash plus R becomes 1 by complementary law. That's why I'm distributing it. Now see, the same thing I'm writing. I'm telling you why I'm doing this, because I'm getting 1 here. Now what happened? Again same thing, only this part left, and if I'm using Q dash plus Q, it becomes 1 by complementary law. And when we are adding something with 1, what we get? 1. As a law of properties of zeros and ones, 1 plus R is also 1 by properties of zeros and ones. Hence proved. Now see the next question. Different pattern. It can come like this also. 3 premises were there and you have to conclude 1. See, in this way you have to write. It is given that first premises, second premises, third premises, conclude P. Open it by applying De Morgan's law. What I am getting? I had written there by involution law. Negation were cancelled. And then again, I'm trying to open it. Equation I am having. I'm using P with the whole equation. In maths, you already know how we are going to open it. P with whole equation, Q with whole equation, Q dash. And the remaining part are written in the same manner. See what happened next. Same thing I had written here. Just we have to open the brackets. What we are getting, we have to write here. Next, P dot P dash is equals to 0. You all know the laws by complementary law. And then the remaining part, how I am going to solve it? We have to find it out. By distributive law we can do it. Because I told you earlier also, one part we are having dash, in another part we are having normal, then try to apply distributive law, because this type of situation occurs and we are getting 1. Means 1 simplified form we are getting. Another time what we have to do? Again try to distribute it. What we are getting? Distributed form. This part will be removed. See, by complementary law. And then again we are having Q plus Q dash. Then see what we are getting here. Q plus Q dash becomes 1. See, 1. Anything when we add it with 1, what we are getting? 1 by properties of zeros and ones. Hence proof. See the next way. Question can appear like this also. Check whether the following argument is valid or not. Wages will increase if there is inflation. If there is inflation, then the cost of living will increase. Wages will increase. Therefore, the cost of living will increase. In this way, also we are having our question. See the solution. Actually, it is a sentential form. That's why we have to take some variables. For wages will increase, I am taking P. There is inflation, I am taking Q. Cost of living will increase, I am taking R. And see, it becomes like this. P implies Q. I told you implies, meaning of implies is if then. If and then. Antecedent, consequent is written here. One behave like antecedent and one behave like consequent. P implies Q. We have to write P implies Q if P then Q. In this way we have to write. See, that's why I'm taking P implies Q, Q implies R, and this part is R. For conclusion, cost of living will increase as conclusion and wages will increase is P. In this way I'm writing all these things. When I'm arranging it in the form of variables, see, sentence will become like variables, and we have an expression and we have to solve this expression. We have to prove it 1. How? See, we have to prove it as 1. I'd written premises number 1 dot premises number 2 dot premises number 3 plus the conclusion part. See, starting of the solution, we have to put the De Morgan's law first of all, and after the De Morgan's law, I told you what is De Morgan's law. See, the solution starts by involution law, negations cancelled. What we are getting, I written there only. We have to find it out, the Norman and negation, and then we have to put distributive law. That's why, see, after distributive law, what we are getting, I told you earlier, we are getting 1. The remaining part we have to write. Q plus Q dash becomes 1, and anything added with 1, it becomes 1. Hence, proved. In this way, you have to solve so many questions. I'm giving you few assignments. Try to do it. If you have any problem, do consult with me. Otherwise, goodbye and good luck.